It's feeling like summer finally, which is good. And the city of Columbus finally came out with their city summer plan. They want to try to keep teens safe and residents safe downtown in the area. So Mayor Andrew Ginther, he had a press conference yesterday afternoon, and he revealed several initiatives that the city is doing this summer to help, keep the youth safe this summer. And the city is funding $17.5 million in summer youth programming this year. That's a lot of money.
Right. And I think the city's approach to this when it comes to summer safety is that if we keep the kids busy,
right,
they can't get in trouble. If we give them opportunities to do things that they're interested in, then they won't get tangled up in gang activity and, crime of boardom.
Right. Well, and then 210 nonprofits locally will receive this funding.
Yep.
And it will all help with their programming to, then, like you said, keep kids busy, basically. And then nearly $7.5 million will go towards 105 nonprofits for other selected grants. So again, this is for like academic engagement, career readiness, youth development, violence prevention, and just other fun summer activities that kids should be doing instead of just, wandering the streets and getting bored and maybe getting into trouble. So yeah, last year, the city of Columbus invested $28 million in summer youth programs, with $8.6 million given to 112 organizations. So we'll see how this works.
Yeah.
And then Operation Moonlight, obviously I've talked about that. It's back. I live in the area and those lights are bright and I love it because I can see clearly when I'm leaving the house at 3 a.m. to come into work. But I really think that is an instrumental part in making residents in that area feel safe when it's well lit. I mean, I have friends that live, near me and they walk their dogs at weird hours of the day.
Right.
And sometimes really early in the morning. And, if you can't see clearly, you don't know who's hiding around the corner. It's, it's a safety thing. So they have updated those lights and they look great.
And it's also about just having a lot more officers out and about during those hours of when people are starting to head home from the bars.
Right.
And, alcohol and tempers flare and we end up with these situations.
Cars
called
zoom by
many times.
I hear the cars all the time.
Yep.
But so here's a little bit about what Mayor Andrew Ginther had to say about trying to keep guns out of the hands of young people this summer.
We need tips from the public, and we need parents. And that's why I was saying, search your kids' belongings, search their rooms, make sure that they don't have weapons where they can hurt themselves or others.
Yeah, go through their stuff. I've heard my friends who are parents talk about that, how I know that sounds a little invasive, but you can do it in not an invasive way. But just keep an eye on your kids and what's in their book bags and their purses.
Right.
If they're going to a sleepover, what's in that bag? I mean, it's just part of being a parent. You have to really keep an eye out.
It's like the old, late night PSAs. It's like, it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are?
Right. And nothing
good happens. It's a good question
after.
to ask.
Right.
Is, do you know where your kids are?
Absolutely. Well,
because the city will continue saying, it's not our problem to parent your kids.
It's not.
Yeah. And it's not. No, I fully agree with the city on that one. That no, your kids are your responsibility.
Yeah. And let's keep everyone safe this summer.
That.
It takes a village, right?
Yeah.
And also parents parenting.
And parents, that is your job.